Okay, welcome to round 14 of 15, the penultimate round.
Too much. You can move your
You
rock
know what
and
this means?
everything else.
It means the 2023 Lake George tournament is coming up very soon. So as a reminder, these are games that I recorded last year. And I was waiting for a few things before doing post-production on them. But yeah, playing Chloe Fatsis, the, I believe, 20-year-old phenom. She's been killing it lately. She's become a top expert in record time. So let's see if we have a good game. So opening rack looks a little bit awkward. The first thing I see is playing Oxy 26. I also see potential of playing XU, but instead I play Ataxi,
38.
a word that I didn't see until pretty much I played it. And what's interesting about this play is that it's horizontal. I don't remember if I was purposely playing this horizontally or not, but usually I open the game vertically. So you get a little treat here. Chloe continues with E. Very, I guess, fishy looking play. Seems like she has some bingo tiles left over. No matter. I figured she was setting up another E with Epee, E-P-E-E. So the play of Hori also scoring really well seems to limit her response, but fortunately she had the S, plays Sneerer, and takes a small lead. In this position I played Worms. This was a little bit of a mistake
42.
over Worst. Same position, getting rid of the U, keeping much more agreeable tiles. So that definitely set me back a little bit. Chloe responds with plural of area. I'm sure all of you use that word somewhat regularly, areae. It's one of the funnier words, but a great way to get rid of e's nays. So Juvie is my response. I had the option of playing Jinx, also Juddy, which you might have seen on screen a few seconds ago. I thought the V was really bad, and that blocking the two E's and Sneer had a lot of value, and blocking the overlaps of areae.
84.
So Via comes down. I exchange very quickly. I had no playable decent options, and I draw the second blank. Chloe responds with the natural panniers. She actually had a better play that wasn't a bingo in that position. Very rare that you see that of pre-worms. Just extending the worms already on the board. So in this position, I missed nut calls and turn hall. I was looking at plays through the A and the N of panniers because I wanted to get rid of that spot. Ululint is what I choose. It's the highest scoring bingo and opens a second spot, so it's a little bit more double-edged, but it might be slightly better to limit counterplay underneath the P, the A, and the N, and the E of panniers because Chloe gets first dibs at that spot. You'll see the regret of drawing three eyes, as well as the very strong response of Zona for over 50 points. The best I can do to recuperate from that is play Do It 29, keeping two eyes,
29.
which does bring me slightly ahead, but still at a deficit given that it's Chloe's turn and I'm keeping two eyes. But this was a nice balanced draw. I was happy to see a couple of consonants and an E, no triplicate I. And quote comes down, and I had a really interesting option of just playing BI here, setting up my O. There were a ton of O's left, well, three O's left to be precise, but might have been worth
59, yep.
being aggressive because the option I chose of bind just leaves me with DIO, not very good letters. Gets rid of my E. Could have played bind in the same spot, could have played bovid as well. Chloe responds with fug. Yeah, the play of BI would have worked out for me, but there's no way of knowing that. Could have just given Chloe a really nice play to take a lead. So I'm just holding on here. I'm playing Helio. I could have played Geoid in the same spot. I'm not sure if I saw that. It's to keep the H. Sacrifice some points, but the H is so much better than the G. But this was a decent draw. And we're really just trading small plays here, retaking the lead after each tempo. Chloe makes an interesting play of Ionic, trying to block. And I respond by playing Vogue. I could have played OM just to score. I could have played Nog as well to set up a nice bingo lane, but there was another G unseen. And NOGG is also a word. So I opted just to play Vogue, non-committal move. I'm pretty likely to bingo next turn. Not very likely, but somewhat likely. Chloe overlaps with Fed. And this gives me a really great opportunity to make a very strong play of just dropping the B with Neb. And the only two plays I saw that responded very well to Neb were Wider and Cider through the ID. I didn't know how likely it was that she would have one of these two plays. And even if she did, I thought I still had decent chances given how close the scores were. But of course, she's leaving 2 in the bag here, going up by 30 points. My rack is definitely better than hers, but yeah, this was a little bit too much. I couldn't really see a good way of trying to win the game here, trying to bingo. So I played Migd, which is not a word. So it's a terrible play because if Migd ended up winning me the game, she would have challenged it and I would have lost the game. But if she saw a winning sequence, she would have let it go. So Migd was not the way. I did think it was a word. Here she played Kit. I responded with POLS. Just hoping that she sees the 2 outs, Dunt and Toad, in the same area of the board, and not my highest scoring outplay of Hated through the H, A, and E. I was hoping she would try to block for some reason, and I would somehow steal the game away, but obviously this is not going to happen. And I lose the game by 13 points, so pretty disappointing results, bringing me to 7 and 7. Barely treading water with 1 round to go, out of the money, and I just didn't know what I could have done better. So this is why we analyze. See that worst was a miss through the R of Sneer, and that Nutgall's internal hall probably would have worked out better for me in the given scenario. And yeah, let's hear the post-mortem analysis. This is going to be a long one when I like to discuss strategy. So if you're still here, enjoy it. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the final game of the 2022 Lake George coverage.
Or either. It might be 50-50 or something.
Through the HA that I could semi-block. Just, you'd probably be able to score. I didn't see a way to do it with an adjective.
Yeah, no, that's the score is close enough that the semi-block was probably not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, Fed. I don't know, I realized after allowed TES fingers. But I think it still kind of has to be done. I wonder if it actually limits much at all. I kept a W also. I could have done when, but OF versus OW cooks. I don't know. The hard turn for me was Ionic. I kept DER.
Wow. strong. Okay.
I know. But like fishing didn't really feel like a good idea. Bicorns isn't good, right? Yeah. I don't know.
Were you considering pre-worms? That's not what took you that long?
No. It didn't take me that long. I was just making sure there weren't any other bingos. I didn't see pre-warm. Damn. 45
Huh?
for
Yeah, no, it's not enough. It's more than that.
Or 40,
49.
Yeah, 49, yeah.
It's not enough, but
Yeah, it's interesting. Oilant is good, right?
yeah.
Okay. It just seemed like undulant, and I was like, but yeah, it's good.
I wanted to like bait the S hook, and
Oilant, yeah. Oh yeah, no S.
I was about to play linearly because I thought I was doubling something, but I'm not doubling
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
And then it was just so unfortunate that like I had only 29 down there. Like I was like, okay, we'll trade. Like
Yeah, 'cause
you'll
I didn't
probably
have
score more than
anything.
me, but I should still be okay. But no, I kept 2 eyes. It was just like
Yeah.
it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
The X were bad. Juvie was really interesting.
Which one?
Juvie.
Oh, Juvie. Yeah, I was wondering what took so long there, because that's usually like a pretty.
It kept TTN. I just thought that it blocked a lot of stuff, and TTN was probably okay. Like, okay, so there's Jetty, there's Juvie, and there's Jinx. Jinx kept VUTT, so for 43, maybe.
I feel like. What, and this kept VINT?
VIN, yeah, which
Oh, the T
isn't
was
terrible.
Oh, shoot.
Isn't terrible.
I had to play against Judy because Mad Palazzo dropped out. So.
Yeah, what happened? Why did I write?
Oh, Chloe won.
Wow.
You'll get him next time, champ.
I don't know. I keep trying. Ain't happening. I've lost my mojo.
399, 386.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close one.
Yeah, it was a good
You
game.
had Ogulins at the end.
It wasn't at the end. Yeah, it was really.
Who had it though?
It's Josh. Wait, he has to end it, Thank you, Noah. Wow, we got down on the time.
How's this happening in all my games? At least me. Like I'm just struggling with time.
Yeah. Caliph. AL seemed like it scored enough. Even if I was C stuck.
I just didn't know how often you're really like threatening outplays after kit, and like how often I'm drawing a big after kid or kid, and how often I'm drawing a play here that's like scoring a ton. Like Mung and Dung were like considered. Mung takes the O. I didn't have the O.
Yeah.
But it was like sort of, if I draw into a bingo, you can't take that spot. And even if I don't, you might be giving me something. So that was a really interesting spot.
Yeah, that is really interesting.
I didn't really commit myself to anything here. I just thought like, or here, I really didn't think that I was like misted.
Okay.
Like I drew into midgets, but I was mostly going for like misedit and stuff, like misdate, like those.
Yeah.
You're not really blocking.
Yeah,
that
it's
often.
hard to block both, or like pretty much. Yeah, the only thing would be like an HA adjective.
Yeah, like if I was not like, if I was losing by like 50, I would have been considering weird blocks, but the only thing I was considering is how you could maybe just have a really good play, leaving 2 in the bag. But often enough, I'm drawing my bingo anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah. It was tough. My first rack. NPR.
NPR.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think you had the S, so I was like happy with this. I had my own S.
No, I just drew it. X Arena would have been a bit better, probably.
Who knows?
I just didn't see it in time.
Way to go, Clark.
Yeah, I keep losing with both
I
blanks.
accidentally wrote Dad instead of me, so it was really you playing Josh.
Wally, what was your score change you wanted to bring to my attention?
Yeah, maybe I had something better. Like it was so, I just like hate drawing 2 blanks. It's so annoying.
Okay.
But luckily, well, I keep losing with it. So yeah, it's like it's really hard on the psyche because it's like okay, I know that it's not everything. I know it's not everything, but I know that it's huge.
Because they go by, they ignore, they're supposed to ignore the spread. They're just confirming when in doubt, they go to the 4 points. Wow.
No.
No, 13.
Yeah, they don't put in the spread. That's just like a double check. So if you sign off on the scores itself, you don't actually.
I don't know. I'm like
what?
I thought I'm doing. I feel like I'm doing enough to win these
thank you.
games.
Okay,
But I guess not.
I thought you were saying that like you're standing on objective or something.
Hell yeah, you were 5 and 6, right?
I was 5 and 6, so I'm gonna have a winning record.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Josh, how you doing?
7.
Oh, so he might not have a winning record.
Probably not. Honestly, like it's hard to recover from 2 losses in a row at the end of a tournament. Like I just shut down.
It's alright.
Yeah. I really
I got
analyzed
to
this
play
game.
Judy, I won.
Yeah, it was an interesting game.